you are a business owner in Nigeria or anywhere else in Africa and you're tired of not knowing where your next customer will come from, then pay very close attention because what I'm about to show you could completely change the way you grow your business forever. You see, most business owners wake up every morning hoping customers show up. They post on Facebook, they post on Instagram, they post on WhatsApp, then they pray. And maybe a customer comes, maybe nobody comes, maybe one sale comes this week, maybe none comes next week. Everything feels random, and that uncertainty is exhausting. But what if you could wake up every day already knowing where your next customers are coming from? What if you could build a predictable customer acquisition system that consistently brings interested buyers into your business? What if instead of waiting and hoping for customers, you could generate them? Because that is exactly what the smartest business owners are doing right now. And no, they are not necessarily smarter than you. They don't have better products than you, and they don't work harder than you. They simply have a system that allows them to reach thousands of potential customers every single day and turn complete strangers into paying customers. And the best part, many of them are doing it without huge budgets, without becoming influencers, without dancing on TikTok, without posting 10 times a day. Now, before I tell you what that system is, I need to tell you something important. If you've tried Facebook ads before, if you've boosted posts and gotten nothing, if your advertising account got banned, or if someone collected your money, promised you results, but delivered excuses, none of that means that advertising doesn't work. It simply means that you were missing the system. In fact, one of the biggest lies destroying African businesses today is the belief that Facebook ads do not work. My friend, they do. They work in Nigeria, they work in Ghana, they work in Kenya, they work in South Africa, they work anywhere people have problems and are looking for solutions. But the real issue, the real problem is that most business owners are trapped in what I call the boost post trap. Facebook makes it look so easy. I mean, click a button, spend some money, and then hope for the best. And when nothing happens, people assume advertising does not work. But it's like buying a gym membership, walking into the building once and then saying fitness is a scam. The problem is not the gym. The problem is the strategy. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact same system that took me from earning 24,000 naira a month as a customer care representative working for MTN Nigeria to building a business that now generates customers and sales consistently using Facebook ads, not only for myself, but for thousands of business owners across Africa. You see, if you stay with me to the end, I will show you how you can implement this exact same system into your business, even if you've never run an ad before. But before I show you this system, I think it's only fair I tell you who I am and why you should listen to me. Because if we are just meeting for the first time, you might be wondering, who the hell is this guy? Well, that's a fair question. My name is Sean Balogun Samuel. I am the founder of InfoSoft Innovations, and today I help business owners across Africa generate customers using social media advertising. But I want you to believe me when I tell you this. There was a time when I was exactly where you are right now. Frustrated, confused, trying everything, watching other people succeed while wondering what is it that they know that I don't know. You see, back in 2020, I worked as a customer care representative for MTN Nigeria. Every single day, I would sit behind the desk answering over 120 calls from angry customers. When I say angry, I mean angry. People shouting, people insulting, people blaming me for things that I didn't even do. For 8 hours a day, my job was basically to absorb those frustrations from strangers and then come back and do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. The worst part is that I was earning just 24,000 naira a month. Think about it. After spending an entire month dealing with angry customers, after showing up every day, after giving away my time, my reward was just 24,000 naira. At that time, it was barely enough to survive. And if that wasn't bad enough, my boss, who was younger than me, would regularly yell at me in front of everyone. Not privately, publicly, in front of all my colleagues. You can see my headset and my employee ID card. I took this picture during one of my many frustrated working days. Now, maybe you've never experienced that, but I can tell you exactly how it feels. It feels like your life is standing still. It feels like everyone else is moving forward except you. It feels like no matter how hard you work, nothing is changing. And one day after another embarrassing encounter at work, Well, one day, something happened. I remember writing 4 words at the back of my exercise book. 4 words that changed my life. Having money stops nonsense. I looked at those words and I made a decision. I was done. I wasn't going to spend the rest of my life working for someone to decide what I was worth. About a month later, I quit. There was no perfect plan, no safety nets, just a decision. I was going to make money online, and that was when my real struggle began. Because I tried copywriting, I got nothing. I tried ebooks, I got nothing. I tried Amazon KDP, I got nothing. Every new opportunity looked like the answer until it wasn't. Then one day, a friend told me, why not write an ebook and sell it using Facebook ads? He made it sound easy. He made it sound like money will start falling from the sky. So I went to a colleague and borrowed 20,000 naira. And for me at that time, that was a lot of money. Well, I put in every naira into Facebook ads and I waited. I checked my phone, nothing. A few hours later, I checked again, nothing. I refreshed the page, nothing. No sales, no customers, no miracle, not even a single sale. My dear, I was broke. I was broke and I was in debt. I had gone from frying pan and straight into the fire. And honestly, that is the moment most people would have quit. But something interesting happened. Instead of losing my faith, I became obsessed. I started needing to find answers. I wanted to understand why some people were making money with ads, why everyone else was burning money. So I spent months studying, testing, failing. I tried and tried. I learned what worked and I learned what didn't. And after hundreds of mistakes and more wasted money than I care to admit honestly, I finally discovered something. The people winning with Facebook ads, they are not lucky. They are not blessed by the algorithm. They are not using any secret software. They simply had a customer acquisition system. And when I understood this, everything changed. Now, remember what I said earlier. After spending months studying Facebook ads, testing campaigns, losing money, making mistakes, and trying to understand why some businesses succeed, why others fail, I discovered something. And this discovery was what changed everything. In fact, what I'm about to tell you is probably the biggest misunderstanding in the entire Facebook ads industry. You see, most people believe that successful business owners get customers because they have better products, but that's not true. That's really not true. Other people think that they get more customers because they have bigger budgets, and again, that's not true. Never true. Other people think it's because they have a lot of followers, and again, the truth is way much simpler. The truth is that the businesses winning today have just one thing that most struggling business owners don't, and that is a predictable customer acquisition system. I want us to take a look at these two business owners. Imagine two of them selling exactly the same product. One of them posts every day hoping for sales, boosts posts, has inconsistent income, is always stressed about money, and has no clear path forward. The other one has ads running 2/7, has consistent lead flow, has predictable monthly revenue, is focused on growing, and has a clear, scalable system. So, what is the difference? Well, the difference is that the second business owner has a system, a process that turns complete strangers into interested prospects. It turns interested prospects into conversations, and it turns conversations into customers every single time. Now, it is always working whether they feel motivated or not. It is always working whether they post that day or not. It is always working whether they go viral or not. The system just keeps working. And once I understood this, everything started to make sense. I finally understood why my earlier campaigns failed and put me in debt. I finally understood why some people seem to make sales effortlessly. I finally understood why most courses I've bought did not work. Because everyone else was busy teaching information, not the implementation. I mean, they gave me a lot of videos. I spent lots of hours watching videos. Some courses had 40 videos. Some courses had 60 videos. Some even had more. And every time I bought one, the same thing happened. So I will start excited. I will watch a few lessons and then I will quickly get overwhelmed. I will become confused and I will stop everything. It's not because I was lazy. It's not because I was incapable, but it's because without implementation, information just overwhelms you. And that overwhelm creates inaction, and inaction produces zero results. So that is what I eventually realized. Now, most business owners do not even need another course. They don't even need more information. They don't need another YouTube video. What they need is a guided path, a system that takes them from, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, to I've launched my first profitable ads step by step, without confusion, without that overwhelm, without being left alone to figure everything out. And this is what led me to create exactly what I now call the customer flow formula. This is a framework designed to do just one thing: turn strangers into buyers predictably, consistently, and profitably. Because when you understand these three steps, you stop hoping for customers and you start generating them. The first step is attention. Because if nobody stops scrolling, well, nothing else matters. The second step is the offer, because even if people see your ad, they still need a reason to buy. And the third step is your follow-up, because most sales do not happen in the first interaction. They happen afterwards, when the right message reaches the right person at the right time. So look at them: attention, offer, follow-up. These three pieces changed everything for me. And in a moment, I'm going to show you exactly how we've built an entire program around helping ordinary business owners implement these three things successfully. But the thing is, now, once I discovered that successful business owners grow because they now have a predictable customer acquisition system, my next question became, how do I help ordinary business owners build one? I mean, not marketers, not tech experts, not agency owners, ordinary everyday business owners, people who sell physical products, people who sell services, people who sell through WhatsApp, people who have never ever run an ad before. Because here's what I noticed: most people don't fail because Facebook ads are difficult. They fail because they are trying to figure out everything alone. They watch videos, they get confused, they make mistakes, they get discouraged, and then they quit. And every time they quit, they tell themselves, maybe Facebook ads is not for me. The real problem, though, was that nobody was guiding them through the process. Now, once I discovered that successful business owners grow because they have a customer acquisition system, and I started getting results myself, something interesting happened. People started coming to me, asking me for help. I mean, I'm talking about my friends, I'm talking about family members, I'm talking about business owners. They wanted to know what I was doing right that was helping me to get leads and customers. So naturally, I ended up doing what normal people do, right? I created a course, I recorded videos, I uploaded them, and I gave people access. Problem solved. Or I thought so. Well, after a while, I started noticing something. The people that were buying the course were never getting the same result I was getting. Not because information was bad. The problem is something else. Most people would log in excited, they will watch a few videos, they will feel motivated, and then they will disappear. Some will even stop after the third video, some after the fifth. Some will not even get started. Not because they were lazy, not because they were not smart, not because they couldn't do it, because life was getting in the way, because business was getting in the way, because confusion was getting in the way, because overwhelm was getting in the way. And the more I paid attention, the more I realized something. Information was never the problem. Implementation was the problem. People did not need another course. They needed accountability, they needed guidance, they needed support. They needed someone to look at their work and say, yes, this is correct, or no, go and fix this. That is when the idea hit me. Instead of creating another course, what if I created an implementation challenge? What if I built a program where people could just consume information? What if they actually had to implement that information? What if they only moved to the next lesson after completing the current assignment? What if they had access to support? What if they had someone that was reviewing their work? What if they had a team that was helping them launch? And most importantly, what if they started getting momentum immediately? Because momentum changes everything. The moment someone sees progress, their confidence grows. The moment confidence grows, they will take more action. The more action they take, the better the results they get. And that is exactly how we gave birth to the Facebook Ads Challenge. Not because the world needed another Facebook Ads course. There are so many. The Facebook Ads Challenge exists because business owners needed a system that will help them implement. And that system turned knowledge into action and action into results. So that is exactly why I created the Facebook Ads Challenge. And before I tell you what it includes, let me tell you what it's not. This is not another course with 50 videos dumped into your dashboard. This is not one of those trainings where you buy today and you get abandoned tomorrow. And it's definitely not on that program where you're expected to magically figure out everything by yourself. Instead, this Facebook Ads Challenge is a guided implementation system. And our goal with it is very simple: to help you launch your first profitable advertising campaign as quickly as possible. And that is why we structured it differently. The moment you join, you are added to a private support group. Not next week, not next month, immediately. Then you complete a short onboarding form so we can understand your business. What are you selling? Who are you selling to? And how are you currently getting customers? And then something happens that nobody else in the world is doing, because we help you set up your first ads while you're still studying. Now, I want you to read this again. And yes, I mean it. We will help you set up your first ad for you. Why? Why will we do this? Right? I mean, why should we do this? Most people just give you a course. Why are we doing this? Well, that's because I know something most course creators don't understand. Momentum matters. Nothing destroys your confidence faster than buying a program and not seeing results as soon as possible. Nothing builds confidence faster than seeing progress. So while you're learning, your campaign is already being prepared. While you're studying, your campaign is already moving towards launch. While you're learning the skills, you're already getting experience with the process. Imagine how different everything feels. So instead of spending weeks trying to understand Facebook ads before you start seeing results, you start getting sales from day one. Now, let's talk about the actual learning process. The first thing we teach is what I call pre-advertising. And honestly, this is where most business owners fail. Like, I mean, not they don't fail inside the ads manager, they fail before they even get to the ads manager. Because most people think that ads create sales, and this is not true. You know, ads just amplify what is working. If your offer is bad, ads cannot save it. If your message is confusing, your ad cannot do anything about it. If the customer does not even understand why they should buy, your ad cannot save it. This is why before you touch any single advertising setting, we will help you answer 3 critical questions. Who are you selling to? What are you selling? And why should people buy it now? Now, once you answer these 3 things, everything becomes easier. Then we move into campaign creation: audience targeting, ad creatives, lead generation, WhatsApp campaigns, websites campaigns, retargeting, scaling, and everything else you need on your business model. But here's another thing, right? Here's a major difference. You don't just unlock everything at once. You move step by step, module by module, assignment by assignment, action by action. And when you complete an assignment, my team is going to review it. We'll give you feedback. We'll make corrections. And only then would you move forward. And I know some people might be asking, why are we even doing this? Because we have come to understand that implementation creates results, not information. This prevents overwhelm, this prevents guessing, and it prevents confusion, and it dramatically increases your chances of success. So you get direct access to a winning system, whether you sell through WhatsApp, whether you own a website, whether you sell physical products, whether you sell digital products, whether you're a consultant, whether you're a coach, whether you're just starting. This system, this winning system, is designed to adapt to your situation. You don't waste lessons. You don't have unnecessary complexities. You don't need to learn things that are not important to you. You are not overwhelmed with a lot of information. You get just the exact actions required to help you generate customers. Because at the end of the day, you don't need to become a Facebook ads expert. You only need to be good enough to consistently bring customers into your business. And that is exactly what this system is designed to do. Now, I know you might be asking, Sean, this sounds good, but will it work for someone like me? And that's a fair question. And honestly, I would not believe myself either if I was in your shoes. I mean, if I had a similar story with yours, I probably would not believe myself. So instead of me asking you to just blindly trust me, I want to show you how and what has worked for other business owners who were sitting exactly on the other side of the table where you are right now. Let's start with Ajoke, who made 300K from what she learned in just module 1. You see, when Ajoke joined the Facebook Ads Challenge, she wasn't excited. She was very skeptical. I remember her telling me that I hope this is going to be her last bus stop. In fact, skeptical was probably an understatement. You see, before she joined us, she had been burned. She had paid someone who claimed to be a Facebook ads expert, in quotes. They collected her money, they made promises, and they delivered nothing. No customers, no sale, no explanation. They just vanished with her money. right? She was frustrated, she was cash tight, and trust, her ability to trust was even very tight. So when she finally decided to join our Facebook Ads Challenge, she was watching us very closely, as if she was expecting something bad to happen. And in fact, shortly after she joined, she had a small issue with the email she sent to us for registration. And then the first thing that occurred to her was, oh my God, these people have scammed me again. She genuinely thought that she had been scammed the second time, but our team was able to respond to her and we were able to fix the issue. And that was when something very interesting happened. You know, she started paying attention, she started going through the material. And before she even launched her ad, she had not launched an ad. Hey, something interesting, something unexpected happened. From the very first module 1, she learned a simple lesson about positioning, about how to sell. And then she applied this to her personal shopper business in Lagos. And shortly afterwards, she landed a client that paid her 300K. She didn't run ads, so she didn't even get some advanced strategy, just implementing what she learned. The client trusted her and paid her upfront, and even paid her service fee separately from logistics. Now, this is why I love this story, because Ajoke is not a marketer. She has never run ads before. Ajoke is not a tech expert, right? She doesn't have a laptop. She's not a Facebook ads professional. She's a simple business owner like you. She doesn't even have a shop. That is why I love this story so much. And that's exactly the point. You don't even need to be an expert. You don't need to be special. Because inside this program, the success is not reserved for those who already have knowledge, who are already experts. It's reserved for people who implement. And Adoke is not the only example we have. Over the years, we have seen the same pattern happen over and over again. You know, business owners coming confused, skeptical, frustrated, and then something happens. You know, something changes. They stop guessing, they implement the system, and then results start coming. Sometimes they get their first sales, sometimes their first 10, 15, 20 leads. And sometimes it's, you know, their first profitable campaign that really makes them money. Sometimes it's their first month generating 6 figures. But the pattern remains the same. This system plus implementation always brings results. And let me show you something else, because even though Ajoke's system is quite powerful, she's not the only one, right? Over the years, I have personally generated more than 60,000 leads for my own business. These are not followers, these are not likes. These are actual people who filled in their information on my Wamation form that they actually want to come and learn from me, right? Last year, I worked with an e-commerce client who was selling a kids learning tab, and we got over 2,500 website sales of that tab until he had to stop selling it because newer models entered the market and he was slow, so his competition outbid him for market share. You can see from the screenshots that we've spent over 5 million naira on the ads. This one has over 2 million. This has over 2 million, and this has over 1.7 million. But that's not all. One of my crypto trading clients alone, who has become a friend and a long-time partner, we were able to help him generate over 4,000 leads across 2 years. As you can see from this screenshot, this account has spent over 700,000 naira, and this is just one of the accounts we used. I've lost all the others because of Facebook bans over the years. But that's not all. We've also helped physical product brands such as Lady First Ghana, for whom we were able to get over 5,000 orders in 6 months. As you can see from this screenshot here, we started running their ads in January, and today is June 10, and we've gotten them over 5,000 website purchases. Then there is also one of the earliest campaigns I ran way back in 2022 for one of our clients called Fresh Creams, and we were able to get them over 600 website sales. Again, we also have over 1,200 students that have actually joined our support group. There are way more than this, but these are those that joined the mentorship group on Telegram. Now, there are some countries that were not even allowed to join Telegram, such as Cameroon. There was a time Cameroon had problem, and so most of them could not join Telegram. Same thing with Tanzania. Some of those countries could not join. So we have a lot of students that did not join this yet. Those who joined are over 1,200 students that have now joined us. So why am I showing you all this? Because I want you to understand something. This system I'm teaching you works. It's not because I'm special. It's not because my clients are special. It's not because my students are special. The system works because human beings have not changed. People have problems. People have solutions. They are willing to do anything to get those solutions. And Facebook is the bridge. Facebook gives you the ability to place your solution in front of the right people. And when you combine the right message, the right offer, and the right system, results become very predictable. And that is exactly what we are going to help you build. Now, before I show you exactly what is inside the Facebook Ads Challenge, let me first answer some of the questions that are in your mind. You might be thinking, Sean, I don't have a laptop. Well, that's good because you do not need a laptop to get started. In short, that is exactly why we created Module 3 in the Facebook Ads Challenge for people who only have smartphones. This module was specifically designed for business owners who only have a smartphone and want to generate WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp leads, and customers directly from Facebook and Instagram. No laptop, no website, nothing complicated. Just your phone with the right strategy and the right message. So if that is your concern, well, my dear friend, you can cross that off your list. Now, you might also be thinking, well, I don't have a lot of money for advertising. Oh. Well, that's also okay because contrary to what many people believe, successful advertising is not about burning money. It's not about spending money anyhow. It's about spending money intelligently. In fact, one of the reasons many business owners lose money is because they spend a lot of money before they even understand what they are doing. That is why we here focus on strategy, creatives, offers, and implementation first. Because a smart advertiser with a small budget will outperform an inexperienced advertiser with a very large budget. So I hope that answers you. But again, maybe your question is, oh, my business is different. How am I sure this will work for me? And I hear this all the time. I mean, most of the students who have come said exactly this. Because every business owner tends to believe that their situation is unique. But here's what I've learned. Whether you're selling physical products, digital products, services, real estate, coaching, consultancy, marketing, network marketing, affiliate marketing, or even WhatsApp products, the principles remain the same. You still need attention. You still need an offer. And you still need a system that will convert strangers into customers. So the tools you are using may vary, but the framework remains the same. Now, maybe you're saying, oh, I'm not very technical. Maybe you're worried because, technology easily frustrates you. Maybe you're afraid you click the wrong button and something is going to break. Well, if that's you, I want you to relax. You don't need to be a technology expert to succeed here. In short, some of our best students started with almost no technical experience. Some of our best students were nursing mothers who have never done anything technical. Remember, this challenge was designed for ordinary business owners. I didn't design it for software engineers. I didn't design it for programmers. I didn't design it for technological gurus. I designed it for ordinary people just like you who is listening to me. And because we also walk you through the process step by step, you don't have to figure out everything on your own. So perhaps you're still thinking, well, I don't have the time. And honestly, I understand that too. To be honest, it's not easy as an adult. You're running a business, you have responsibilities, you have customers, you have family problem. Family problem never finishes. But I want to ask you a question. How much are you already spending on trying the things that are not working? How much time have you spent boosting posts, watching random YouTube videos, trying to figure out everything about yourself? The truth is, a system like this that is proven saves you time. Because instead of guessing, you are now following a roadmap. Instead of implementing blindly, you are implementing what already works. And finally, there's one more concern that I know you were thinking about it. Yeah, you are. You're thinking about it, but you are not saying it. So let me answer it for you. What if this doesn't work for me? Well, to be honest, this is a very fair question. And I want to answer it honestly. I cannot promise that everyone who joins this is going to be rich and make a lot of money. What I can tell you is that this system works. The process works. I've seen it for students. I've seen it for clients. I've seen it work in my own business. And every skill is worth learning. It only works if you implement it. If you study the materials, you follow the lessons, complete your assignments and take action, you will put yourself in the best position to get results, and you will get results. And that is what I can honestly promise you. So now that I've answered all the questions in your mind, let me go ahead and then show you exactly what you're going to get when you join the Facebook Ads Challenge. Firstly, we're going to help you set up your first Facebook ads. And I need you to pay attention to this because what we are helping you do is your entire customer acquisition system. We will help you set up your first Facebook ads. And this means you're not going to be stuck having to learn everything first before your ads start running. You're getting everything started on day one. And the value of this alone is $50. But this is just the start. This is just the beginning of what you're going to get, right? You will get access to module 1, which is called pre-advertising. This is probably the most important module in the entire program. Because even though most people believe the opposite, Most ads actually fail before they ever go live. You see, in this module, you're going to learn how to create your advertising strategy, design your creatives, write ad copies that creates and attracts attention, and structure your campaign for maximum conversions. That means you're going to learn how to build the foundations that determine whether your ads succeed or fails. The value of this is $75. Next, you're going to learn about Meta Ads platform and the rules. This module will teach you how to properly set up your advertising account, navigate the Meta Ads platform, and understand the rules that help you avoid costly mistakes and account restrictions. Because making money with ads is difficult enough. I mean, you don't need Facebook to shut down your account again because you didn't understand the rules. So this module is valued at $50. Next, you're going to get access to the Facebook and Instagram ads for smartphones. Now, this module 3 is one of the most popular modules in the entire program, because many business owners don't have laptops or websites, and that's perfectly fine. This module is going to show you how to generate WhatsApp messages and customers directly from your smartphone. You don't need a laptop, and this module is valued at $50. Step 4 or module 4, you're going to be getting access to module 4, which is setting up your website. For those who have laptops and want more advanced advertising options, this module is going to teach you how to build a professional website using systeme.io and connect it to your Facebook advertising account. You don't need to pay developers, you don't need any complicated coding without any technical headache. And this module is going for $50. Next, you're going to get access to module 5, which is e-commerce ads. Now, this is useful for you if you sell physical products or digital products and want customers buying directly through a website. This module shows you exactly how to structure and launch profitable e-commerce campaigns. This one alone can save you a lot of months of trial and error and is valued at $75. Next, you will get access to module 6, which is Facebook ads for lead generation. Now, we designed this module specifically for coaches, consultants, affiliate marketers, network marketers, trainers, and, course creators. In this module, you will learn how to, generate leads to WhatsApp group, Telegram communities, email lists, webinars, presentations, sales funnels. In other words, you will generally just learn how to build an audience before making the sale. And this module helps you fill your pipeline with qualified leads every day and is valued at $75. Next, you're going to get access to module 7, which is our retargeting module or custom audience module. And this is where magic really happens on Facebook, because most prospects do not buy the first time they see an ad. So this module teaches you how to bring interested people back, and turn lost opportunities to paying customers, right? This single module can dramatically 3x, 4x, or even 10x your advertising profitability, and is valued at $50. Now, you also get access to module 8, which is media buying secrets. And this module teaches you how to turn the skill of advertising into an income stream. So even if you don't have products that you're selling of your own, you can learn how to run campaigns for other business owners and get paid as a media buyer. This means the same skill you are learning to grow your own business, you can also become a business itself. So think of it as having an extra source of income. And this module is valued at $50. The next module you're going to get access to is the real estate ads. Now, if you're in the real estate industry, you're a realtor or you are a real estate business owner, this module shows you exactly how to generate high quality property inquiries, with Facebook and Instagram advertising. And we value this at $25. And then finally, you have module 10. This module contains swipe files, templates, and bonus materials. And, they help you get results quicker or resolve some issues that you may have. This is valued at $25. Now, if we added everything together, the total value of this training is $525. Do you see how massive this program is? And remember, we haven't included the ad setup service yet. We haven't included the support group yet. We haven't even talked about the assignment reviews yet. We haven't included the live coaching, right? Which means the actual value of this training is significantly higher. So let's check out the things that we've not included. One of the things you're going to get as a bonus is that we're going to hold your hands for 30 days inside our private implementation group. Every assignment you submit, we'll review it. Every mistake you make, we'll correct it. Every question you ask, we're going to answer. This is not watch videos and good luck. No, my friend. This is implementation with support. right? And so this is valued at $100. The next bonus and the next thing you're going to get is that you're going to get access to our weekly live coaching sessions. These are live, these are not recorded videos, these are live, they are not recycled, and you'll be able to ask questions, get feedback, review your campaigns. You will learn what is working now, what is not working now, and it is valued at $50. So if we put everything together, the ad setup service for $50, 10 training modules for $525, 30 days implementation and support for $100, weekly live coaching for $50, you get a total value of $725. So you're not going to pay $725, even though $725 feels so good to be true. Because if you've been paying attention, and if we are being honest, the training modules alone are worth more than $525. The implementation and support is worth more than $100. The live coaching sessions is worth more than $50. And having our team set up your first ads for you by yourself. I mean, if I was doing this for somebody on Fiverr, on some other platforms, I would take no less than $100, right? So even though we are giving you this at $725, it feels so good to be true. Because if all this program did for you was to help you generate one profitable advertising campaign, it will probably pay for itself many times over. Now, this is the part where I should actually tell you the investment is $725, or maybe charge you $250, or that can be nice, maybe $50. And to be honest, most marketing coaches would definitely charge a lot more than that. But I'm not most marketing coaches. You see, I still remember exactly what it felt like to be broke. I still remember sitting in my customer care chair earning $25,000 a month. I still remember going to my friends and colleagues to borrow money. I still remember not being able to eat 3 square meals. I still remember watching opportunities pass me, so many courses I want to buy that I could not get. And I still remember something else. This is the most painful of them all. I still remember that back then, $50 would have been very expensive for me. In fact, if I'm being very honest, there was a time in my life, that exact period, when I couldn't afford $50, even if I saved for an entire year. That is why I made a decision when I created this program. I didn't want to create something only established business owners could afford. I wanted to create something that total beginners can access. Because yes, I want to make money. I'm not going to lie. I have staff to pay. I have subscriptions to cover. I have family to take care of. I have advertising costs to fund, and I have a business to run. But there's something else that matters to me. I genuinely want to help a generation of African business owners know exactly how to get customers predictably and consistently. I want to help build founders. I want to be part of people's success stories. I want to help thousands of people across Africa to be able to look back one day and say, yeah, the Facebook Ads Challenge was what helped me get started. Because that is a legacy I believe is worth building. So instead of charging you $725 or charging you $250 or charging you $50, right? Or even charging you $25, which is the price I feel, anyone else who is watching this video will feel is fair, very, very fair. What I'm going to charge you today is just $15. Just $15. Right? Just $15. This is less than the price of 2 decent meals anywhere in Africa. Right? And you're going to get a complete customer acquisition system, right? You're going to get implementation support. You're going to get weekly live coaching. You're going to get your first ad set up by professionals. You're going to get the complete roadmap and system. You're going to get accountability. Most importantly to me, you're going to get the opportunity to finally stop guessing. No more wasted time. No more wasted money. Because let's be honest, the expensive option is not joining this program. The expensive option is spending another year doing what is not working, another year boosting posts, another year guessing, another year hoping that customers will magically appear because you posted on your status, another year watching your competitor say, oh, I've gotten $100,000 in sales, I've gotten this in sales, I've gotten that. That is what is expensive. $15 is really, really cheap. It's money that you burn almost every single day. So staying stuck is what is expensive. And that is exactly why I believe this is one of the easiest decisions you will ever make in your life. But wait, I want us to do an exercise together. I want you to do something for me. Close your eyes and just listen to my voice. We're going to do a little exercise to drive this home for you. But I don't want you doing this if you're driving. I really hope you're not. Are your eyes closed? Okay, good. I trust you. I want you to imagine that it's exactly 30 days from today. Not 6 months, not 1 year, just 30 days. Imagine that you have successfully joined the Facebook Ads Challenge. You've gone through the modules, you've submitted your assignments, you've worked with our team, you've launched your ads, and now your phone is ringing. New WhatsApp messages, new inquiries, new leads, new customers. Every day, people asking about your products, people asking about your services, people interested in what you're selling for the first time. You're not confused anymore. You are not overwhelmed. You're not feeling lost. You don't feel like guessing. You're not posting every day and dancing on TikTok. You understand how to get attention. You understand how to structure offers. You understand how to generate leads. You understand how to bring customers into your business consistently. Imagine how different your life feels. Imagine waking up knowing that you have customers already coming to you that day. Imagine waking up seeing people that had paid you money overnight. Imagine no longer depending on referrals and begging people to please post for you and get generational luck or whatever it is people say. Imagine no longer hoping that someone will share your post. Imagine no longer wondering whether you will get sales this month or you'll be able to, get those things that you've written in your to buy list. Imagine no longer wondering whether you even get any sale that month, because you now have a system, not one off. You now have a process, not just repeating, but repeating on autopilot. Whether you're sleeping, whether you're awake, whether you travel, wherever you are, your system keeps running. You have a customer acquisition machine working inside your business. Now, that is the future on the other side of this decision. So keep your eyes closed. Let's do something else. Let's look at something else. What happens if you decide, well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to skip this video and move to the next thing? What happens if you close this page? What happens if you tell yourself, I'm busy now, I'll come back later? Well, let's be honest. Where will you be in another 30 days? Probably still exactly where you are now, or worse. Maybe you will still be boosting posts or have your account disabled. Maybe you will still be guessing. Maybe you would have given up on your business. Or maybe you will still be watching YouTube videos. Maybe you will still be struggling and wondering why your other competitors are growing effortlessly. You are struggling. Maybe you will still be hoping that somehow things are going to change. But like we say in Africa, hope is not a strategy. And wishing is not the same thing as a customer acquisition system. Here is the truth. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And every month you delay learning how to set up this customer acquisition system, you pay a price. Lost sales, lost leads, lost opportunities, lost growth, lost confidence, and even, think of time. You waste a lot of time. Time is the most important resource and you will never get it back. Open your eyes, my friend, but listen to me. I know you've been disappointed before. I know you've bought a lot of courses that did not work. I know you've trusted people that overpromised and did not even deliver. And that is exactly why we built this program around implementation. Because no matter how many videos you watch, it's not going to bring you results. Results come from taking action. If you study the material, complete your assignments, follow the process, and implement everything you're taught, you will put yourself in the position to get the best results. Because systems work when they are followed. And that's exactly what we've been seeing happen over and over again. Now, there's one more thing I want you to know. Because we physically have to set up campaigns for every one of you that join. We cannot accept unlimited people. So this is not one of those programs that every Dick and Harry can join. Every new member will require attention from my team. Every new member requires support. Every new member will require implementation assistance. And because of that, we have to limit enrollment. So this is not some fixed scarcity. Enrollment is actually very, very limited. And we can only take 20 persons right now. Beyond that, well, the quality of service is going to suffer. And I cannot let that happen. Which means this is strictly first come, first served. Once these spots are filled, we are going to close enrollment, not because of fake scarcity, not because we are doing marketing tricks, because there are so many people, our team cannot realistically support everyone at once. If you've watched this far, if you've seen yourself in this presentation, if you're tired of guessing, if you're tired of hoping, if you are ready to build a predictable customer acquisition system, then take action now. Below this video, there's a button. Click on it. It will take you to a payment page where you can make your payments. You can pay by transfer, or you can pay using your card. Depending on the country you are, wherever you are, you can use transfer. You can pay via Momo, Orange Money, M-Pesa, whatever country you are, you can pay, right? Once you complete your payments, you will immediately receive access to how you can continue. You'll be added to the support group, and your first module will be waiting for you. Our team will then also begin the process of helping you launch your first ads. So the truth is, the system is ready, the training is ready, my team is ready. The only question that is now hanging is, are you ready? Well, if you say yes to this, then click the button below and get started now. I'll see you on the other side.